The bricklayer's return. Guys, this is a really encouraging story. Just hang in there and listen, right? Yesterday, I got a phone call out of the blue from somebody I hadn't met in 10 years. And the last time I met him, well, about 8 years, and he was only a 10-year-old boy back then. So he's from the same village as I'm from. So we met up shortly afterwards for a cup of coffee. And in walked this really smart, good-looking young guy and came over, and we were delighted to meet one another. So we sat down and we had a cup of coffee, and he told me, now you got to understand that back then he was being raised by his elderly grandmother and her 3 daughters. So he's in an all-woman situation, and like this guy was just all boy. He was all boy. He was just wild, but you'd look at him and he was the most winsome young chap that you ever met in your life, and he was always smiling. Fabulous, wonderful young man. And so he told me that shortly after we parted company, about 8 years ago, his life spiraled downhill and he left school at the age of 13, got into drugs, and eventually ended up dealing in drugs at the age of 15 and 16. Left home, was sleeping rough, and eventually moved in with travelers. Now, guys, that's bad. But anyway, one day he came to the end of himself, and he just told me yesterday that he came to the end of himself, and he cried out and he screamed to the Lord that, Lord, if you are real, show yourself to me. And long story short, he's now saved, and he's working as an apprentice blocklayer in the building business. He's got a smile on his face that you wouldn't believe, and he's got a vision for the future. And his vision for the future is he wants 5 white vans with his name printed on the side, builder. And he is absolutely fantastic. So guys, this is a story of a young man now aged 18, who 2 and 3 years ago was on the side sleeping in the gutter, a drug dealer up to here in debt, paid off all his debts, don't ask me how, but is now on the straight and narrow. So guys, if someone like that can do it, if you found this of any benefit to you, please subscribe. I'm coming up with these stories all the time, so please subscribe, like, and share it with somebody if you feel that somebody could get a bit of a lift out of this. I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.